You know, we've been using the Emperor for a very long time to represent these types of videos. I think it's about high time we retired his character to, I don't know, some generic looking dude. Works for me. Greetings, fellow Vita fans. This is James with PS Vita at 2 AM, coming at you once again with another exciting video. And if you're new here and love everything PlayStation Vita, don't forget to subscribe. And make sure to tell me your thoughts and opinions about this topic down in the comments section. So the following video will be dedicated to people who have a hacked PS Vita, want to know what they can do with their hacked PS Vita, and or are thinking about hacking their PS Vita. Because let's be honest, the way things have been going as of late, you really should at this point. So here is all of the latest news I could find for people with hacked PS Vitas. And we are starting off with something pretty substantial here. It looks like, according to a recent Discord post from The Flow, it seems like KOTOR is in fact going to be happening for the PS Vita, and maybe even sooner than we thought. Ooh, I can feel the power. That's the Force, dude. Oh yeah. Now the only downside to these hints that the Flow has given us is that it looks like it's going to be the first KOTOR. And while I personally was hoping that we were going to be getting KOTOR 2, nay, passionately dreaming about it nightly, I guess the first KOTOR is still a pretty good pick. And hey, I'm thinking at this point, if the first KOTOR can work very well to port over to the Vita, then that might mean that KOTOR 2 won't be far off. And if the Flow is watching this video, just let it be known, I'm literally on my hands and knees begging for KOTOR 2 right now. Ooh, a Cheeto. So yeah, this is exceptionally great news, and hopefully we'll be seeing updates to this project in the near future. And if we don't, I'll literally be dying inside. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm literally going to be dying inside. So here's something that I think is pretty awesome, especially for anyone out there who is watching this video who is yet to hack their Vita and is kind of on the fences. This part of the video is definitely for you. What if I was to tell you that if you have a non-hacked Vita that you have recently purchased and it happens to be under 3.65 firmware, you will be able to upgrade to 3.65 with minimal effort. That you can do it, and you can do it without even the aid of a PC. Sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? Here's how you do it. Or at least here's a post that tells you how to do it. Lazy. h-encore easy update server. If you've recently bought a Vita that arrived on an unhackable firmware version, you will now be able to easily update to version 3.65, no PC required. What, no love for Mac users? That's kind of racist. And it seems like all you really have to do is follow these easy steps right here, and it really just comes down to you setting your primary DNS to this number right here, along with a few other steps which I will have on the screen for anyone who is interested in trying this out. In fact, come to think of it, I think this used to be a thing for any firmwares that were under 3.60, and through the internet powers that be, in other words, I simply scrolled down just a tiny bit, I found out, yes, this did in fact used to be a thing. And here are the instructions to do that if you're under 3.60 right now on the screen. So it seems like it's just going to be getting easier and easier to hack your Vita, especially if a miracle happens and Sony decides never to give us another firmware update. Wishful thinking much? I know. Heck, it may even come down to just being as easy as visiting a website and hacking it through the push of a button. I really miss those 3.60 early days. Oh-ho! What's this that I'm hearing from my non-existent producer? He said that KOTOR 1 isn't the only homebrew game that's up on the horizon for Vita. There is another one called Purified. And maybe there's some sort of relationship to Castlevania with this. We shall see, but probably not. The dev, whose name is Balder, and you can find him at Balder Dragon, posted this recently. First Purified Twitter post. It's still missing a lot, but it's at a point where I feel confident about showing something. So here we are. 60 frames third-person boss shooter on a 10-year-old dead console, N-I-C-E. And I couldn't agree more with him with that. Well, except for the part with the whole 10-year-old dead console, because the Vita is far from dead. Hashtag PS Vita, hashtag indie dev, hashtag homebrew, hashtag purified. And here is some gameplay footage of what he has so far. And according to the dev, Purified is a third-person boss shooter for the PS Vita currently being developed by himself, with a fantastic musical score by Brian I'll just put it up on screen. So hopefully we all can get purified, or possibly purify others very soon. And I suppose if you squint really, really hard, you can kinda sorta see elements of Castlevania in it, right? Oh yeah, nailed that analogy. Okay, so the next bit of news here is for people that basically have too many PS Vita games. Yeah, I don't think there's any much more way I can segue into it other than that. So here's what the new hack's about. Going over the bubble limit. Functional but time consuming. Although a little finicky, this method lets you have over 100 bubbles without having to use folders. Tested and working, and may let you have over 500 total, not tested yet. It saves your bubbles locations when you add just 100, then you get new bubbles. Then you save the new bubble location and swap between each set of 100. And to be quite honest here, I kinda got lost in what they were saying. Now this isn't the first time a thing like this has been a thing. We've had other hacks trying to go over the whole 100 bubble limit, and although I haven't had a chance to try this out myself, I can confirm that yeah, you are allowed to have over 100 bubbles as long as you keep them in the folders. So unless you have like a ton of games, I don't really know if this is necessary, but here are the steps to do it in case you were curious. Freaking bubbles, man! And now, for the pièce de résistance of the video. I apologize to whatever culture I may have offended by badly butchering that saying. But 'tis true, this in my opinion is the most exciting part of the video. I was recently contacted by a dev who goes by the name of Atix, I think I'm saying that right, and they have a brand new PS Vita game called Vitaphobia that they wanted me to tell you about on this video. Vitaphobia is an FPS cross-platform co-op horror game for PS Vita and PC, developed with Unity engine in mind. Main goal is to find ghosts and identify the types by finding evidence. If there is no real-time lights, players can't turn on or off the lights. Ghosts can't interact with lights and turn off the breaker. That screenshot is with real-time lights and 40 to 45 FPS with overclocked PS Vita. And here are some snippets for your viewing pleasure of what they have in development so far. But pictures won't do in this case. They actually do have some gameplay to show off here. It's still in its early stages, but it's shaping up to be really good. Okay, I guess I kind of butchered that segue. But anyway, you can tell that this individual is just super passionate about this project for the PS Vita. And for those of you who are interested, he currently has put up a Patreon. So for anybody who is interested in supporting this project, I will have a link down in the video description where you can find a link to his Patreon page. And I don't know about you guys, and this may just be the horror fanatic in me talking here, but I for one cannot wait to try this out. I think I'm even looking more forward to this than I am to KOTOR 1. But still, either way, much love coming to our handheld if you have a hacked Vita. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go to my room with no supper because I badmouth KOTOR. Oh, and Bully has officially been released, but you probably already knew that. Okay, and that will conclude the end of this video. That was all of the news that I could find for the beginning of July 2021. But guys, I'd love to know, what part of this video interested you the most? What excited you? Which one of these features are you going to be trying out and adding to your Vita? I would love to know down in the comment section, because I'm just nosy like that. And as always, fellow Vita fans, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. It really means a lot to me. Love you all, and I'll see you next time. This video has been brought to you in part by all of these wonderfully generous people who help make this content possible, including Smug Wolf, Hector Gonzalez, Robert Sylvester, Michael O'Connor, Kayonko, Sakib Alam, 1488 Dental, Burrs and Mystery, Juan M. Hermosillo, Azumara, Nintendo Switch at 2 AM, Eric DeWitt, Ricardo Martinez, Colossus, Tasha Monty, Donut Valley, Romp King, Mazgus, Crazy Cat, Jamie, Matt Hargett, Dr. Super Artie, Alan Iwazuk, Bushin Ryu Cat, Milk Sama, Neo Arashi, Shin Snake, Joseph Razmick, Reiko Star, Matt Fox, Frayden, B Mystery, Zacrito, Makis Blob, Robert Johnson, Hero Acer, BMF, Phantom XRS, Gutter Drums, Hemdall Imbert, Saul Ramirez, Clayton Merlarkey, Adam Sondi, Kyle Brooks, Joshua Williams, PS Vita S, David Ray, Wendy K, Sculpture Tugel TCG, Adam Thury, Per Sterner, E-Rock, Kevin Enright, Heston Joseph, Aaron Swanson, Rodrigo Vera, Larry Anderson, H-Hitter, Jale, Richard Cruz, Jared Haddo, and JR. If you would be interested in supporting the channel and seeing your name on this end screen here, or if you wish to remain anonymous, that can be provided too, then make sure to check the links down in the description below. I have numerous ways for you to do this down there. Can't support in this manner? Don't worry about it. Likes and shares can help equally as much. Man, we're at the end of the video and I'm missing the Emperor already.